What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's Genevieve here, and today we are creating a modern type build, but I also wanted to add some inspiration in terms of the new expansion pack that's coming, which is Island Living. I'm very excited for that expansion pack, and I just wanted to create something that if creators or people who play The Sims are not able to get that expansion pack, it just gives them some sort of idea in terms of how they could build something that is very similar to what you can create in that Island Living. So it's a modern house, but I took some inspiration in terms of like the Maldives or Thailand in terms of homes being on the ocean or on the ocean. So I just put a pool underneath the whole build itself, just to make it seem as though it's in the middle of the ocean. Obviously the lot is surrounding a river, but obviously it is not on the ocean, but oh well. So it's a very modern build and it's very colorful. I also wanted to add that whole creative side and just that island living kind of feel. So if you actually travel to, say, Thailand or Bali, not that I have, but I've seen images and their homes are very, very colorful, and it just looks absolutely amazing and just like a resort feel when you go there, which is what I try to get in this build. So it was a very fun build and very intuitive, if you want to say. But I really like the outcome of this build, and it's just, as I said, very modern. And so there's a whole bunch of windows going around the whole home, and I wanted to add a pool above the ocean, if you want to say, but unfortunately you can't build a pool on top of a pool, so that did not work, but we worked around it. So right now I'm just adding in all the windows, the doors, and it's very, very open, so no matter what room your sim is in, they can see the outside and they can look onto the ocean, if you want to say. So very open, very modern, very colorful, I would say. So your sims can purchase this lot and live in it and live their best life in just a random area where they can just hang out, maybe retire. If you have sims that are planning to retire very soon, you can move them in here and just make it like a resort home vibe, if you want to say. So so the upstairs, it leads onto a balcony where there will be a jacuzzi outside and just a large living space, and then it goes into the room. So this home only has one bedroom, and then it's got 2 bathrooms. And then so I really enjoyed this build, and I hope you guys are loving it too. I absolutely love this creation, and it's just amazing what comes to mind when you don't have any idea on what you're going to do, and you just carry on building and it just comes to you, which is so nice. So if you guys do want to download this lot, I will have my creator ID in the description box below. It's Genevieve007, and you're more than welcome to download this lot and put it in your Sims world on the Sims gallery. It is on a 20 by 30 lot, if I'm not mistaken, or a 20 by 20 in Magnolia. No, not Magnolia. No, it is Magnolia. I can't remember. But it's in one of those walls. So on a 20 by 30 lot or 20 by 20. And so we just carrying on with the windows and the exterior of this build, just to make it as open as possible. And then I did add some wallpaper, so the whole entire building is white to go with that whole modern look. And then I added just some brown wooden textures on the outside as well. I love that look, so it's just not white in your face, so at least there's a bit of brown textures around the house. And so the upstairs is very open, so in that open section there's going to be a lounge or just a TV area, just where your sims can chill, relax and play foosball. So I decided to just keep that open and not have a door in that area for the sims to go outside. It just felt like you didn't really need one. And then we're just going onto the roofing now. This roofing did take me a bit of time, but in the end it looks okay. Like, it suits a modern build. It's very flat and just very plain and simple, and most modern builds have those flat roofs and it's not very crazy in your face. So yeah, so very flat, and then I just added the glass roofing to these small roofs, which I thought looked really cool. And yeah, so yeah, if you guys haven't checked out my channel, I suggest you do so. I've created some awesome builds, including like the Mad Hatter. I created his home in, I think it's Windenburg. And I just felt like that was one of my best builds that I've ever done, where you just use the terrain tool and you go crazy to create those mountains around his home. And yeah, I just thought that was probably one of my best builds that I've done so far. And then I've also created like the TV show series Friends. I created Chandler and Monica's apartment, or Monica and Rachel, and Joey and Chandler's apartment, which I thought, oh, it looks exactly the same, so I'm so happy about that. And then yeah, I did a whole Powerpuff Girls series, so there's a lot to look at on my channel if you are interested. If you do love these videos, please can you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and then just remember to hit that notification bell just to be notified every time I do upload a video. But yeah, so back to the build. So now we're just creating just some decor on the outside. So I included 2 sitting chairs where your Sims can just sit outside, enjoy the sun and have a conversation. And it's very blue. So as I mentioned, I did make this home and the inside and the decor and the furniture very, very colorful. So I think the blue fits perfectly, especially with that glassed blue door. So yeah, and now we're just adding in some plants just to bring back that vibey feel and that island feel. So yeah, I'm very excited for Island Living. I've seen so many trailers and people's opinions on it, especially people who went to EA. So that expansion pack looks really, really awesome, and I'm very excited to just start building with the Island Living objects that it came with, and especially building on the ocean. So I thought that's why I created this, just to see what we could do with the base game and all the other expansion packs that we have in the game so far. So you could actually just do something, if you aren't getting Island Living, you could create something like this, but I think it just makes you very excited in terms of what you can do once that expansion pack comes out. It does come out on the 21st of June, just to let you guys know, and it is on pre-order at the moment. So if you want to get it on June the 21st, you can pre-order it now, and yeah, download it as soon as it comes out. So yeah, I'd really love to get your guys' opinions on how you feel about the mermaids and just the whole new world and building on the ocean and having jet skis. I would love to get your guys' opinions on that. And then also, if you have any like building ideas in terms of very islandy type places that you've been to, maybe, I would also love to hear that. So yeah, so as you can see, I'm using the red shelf. If you haven't heard about this red shelf, it's basically an object that you can download. It's a CC object, and it just helps you to level out your objects if you love to do clutter. So if you like to put a lot of things on tables or on shelving, you just grab the red shelf and you level it to that object that you want to place the things, chuck all your clutter items onto that red shelf, and then you just move the object away, because if you keep the object there, it's going to stick to that object and then it would be it won't be useful. So you move the object away and then you can place it wherever you want and then move the object back. So I found, like, since I started doing these speed builds, that red shelf really comes in handy. It's definitely something that you would need if you definitely love to clutter your tables and things like that. So especially your kitchens, if you want to put more objects than you usually do, or that can actually fit onto those counters, I suggest you just go download the red shelf, and you can find it in your decoration section, and then yeah, you can just use it in your builds. I will have the description down below on where you can get it. So yeah, so now we just created the outside and the exterior in terms of all the plants. So I wanted to cover the area where the pool is cut off, because you can't build the pool all the way to the end of the lot. So I just used a whole bunch of plants to make it seem as though it's floating on water. So that's what we just did there. And now we're moving on to the kitchen. So kitchen is very modern, I would say, but in a sense it also creates that islandy vibe because of the wood textures. But yeah, so now I'm just adding in a little archway just so that if your friends or whoever is staying here and they want to have a conversation with someone who's cooking in the kitchen and they sit in the lounge, they can hear each other instead of having this wall that's just blocking them from each other. So yeah, so as I mentioned, it's got 2 bathrooms and 1 bedroom, unfortunately. So I thought it would be perfect for a couple to stay here, a retired couple probably, or just a honeymoon vibe place, if you want to say. So yeah, so it's just got 1 bedroom. If you do want more Sims to stay here, I'm sure you could add a bedroom somewhere or remove one of the bathrooms and just have a single bed in there just for an extra Sim to sleep in. But yeah, at least if you download this from the Sim gallery, you're not stuck to what I've built, which I find is really great. You can always change it into your own preferences and everything like that. So yeah, we're using the red shelf again. So I'm putting all the cluttered items onto the red shelf, and then you'll see I'll move the counters away, and then I start adding things on top of it. So yeah, I'm really excited to show you guys this build. It's very different to what I'm used to. I'm used to taking things from like movies and TV shows and I don't know, just things in real life and try replicating it as much as possible. I really do enjoy doing that because it's quite a challenge and it puts you to the test to see if you can actually do that and actually replicate it in the Sims world. So that's my type of build style, if you would say. So just starting this build from scratch and not having any idea on what I was going to do, it was really awesome and I'm very happy with it. It brings that creative side out of you that you didn't even know that you had. I'm sure a lot of you feel the same when you just stare at the Sims and you're like, what do I build? And then you start building and then you don't like it, so you remove the whole thing and you start again. But yeah, just go with what your gut says and just build and have fun. There's no right or wrong in The Sims, at least. So yeah. So yeah, now we're just adding a whole bunch of clutter into the kitchen. This red shelf is honestly amazing just to add all that clutter onto desks that look very empty. It's just very irritating when you can only put 2 things onto a kitchen counter or whatever it is. So it really does come in handy. So yeah, so now we're just adding a bit of decorations and some pictures in the kitchen, and obviously I had to add some color into it. So there's a purple frame on the side there and a blue carpet, which looks really nice, and then a blue curtains. And then we just added a little seating couch in the corner there, very orange. So I wanted to just put as many colors as possible into this build just to make it look as welcoming and homely as possible. And then I did add a round table, and then I only put chairs on half the side because I want to make sure that the Sims can walk past in order to go outside. So I didn't put chairs on the other end because the area is quite small, and yeah, I was too scared that the Sims wouldn't be able to get past. So yeah, so now we are going to create a little study area, or if your Sims are too tired to go outside and they just want to chill and relax and play some games, they can come sit here and yeah, just not spend time outside. So yeah, so now we're just creating the study area, not really a study area, just a getaway area with a bookshelf, so they can also just grab a book and sit down and read something that they might be interested in. And then we're gonna just add a wooden floor. I absolutely love this wooden floor. It just makes the home look so warm and very welcome, and it fits that whole islandy vibes. I know in the new Island Living expansion pack we are going to get new floorings, wooden floors, so I'm very excited about that because I absolutely love my wooden floors. So yeah, so now we just added a few flowers on the top just to fill that space, and now we're going to start on the bathroom, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, so it's a very small bathroom, just 1 toilet, and then the bathroom downstairs does not have a bath or a shower. It's just a public bathroom or a guest bathroom, if you would say. So yeah, so it's very small, 2 sinks, and then I love that carpet. It is so colorful and it fits with this build so well, so I was very happy to put that down there. It's just so colorful. And yeah, so now we're just going to add a shelf, and then we're going to move on to the lounge area. So the lounge area is also quite small but very colorful. But yeah, so this build was very intriguing, and I just really hope you guys enjoyed this build. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that, but I would love to hear your comments in the comment section below, or if you have any ideas on future builds that you would like me to do, even if it is a realistic home that you've seen or been to. Maybe you've stayed in the Maldives and you've I don't know, want me to build a proper Maldives home in maybe in the island living when it comes out, because then we can actually build in the ocean. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I did think about viewers who may not be getting island living, so I think this would be great for you guys if you're not planning on getting it, just to have an island vibe home in your Sims 4. So yeah, I actually just realized this lot is in Windenburg. So it's in a 20 by 30 in Windenburg. So yeah. So now I just put an easel at the back there, just if your Sims feel like getting creative and keeping themselves busy by painting, they can. And then I just added a little seating area. It just, like when you have so much space in a house and you don't know what to do with it, I literally just put seating areas and a whole bunch of books to make it look like I don't know, just a welcoming place for your Sims to just sit and chill. So that's what I basically do with areas that I don't know what to put in. So yeah, so now we just put a little bookshelf, and then I always love to just put a reading lamp on top of the bookshelf. I think it just looks really cool and it fits the part, so I just did that there. And then we're just going to add a small table here with just more greenery, just to stick with that island vibe. And now we're moving on to the entrance. So the entrance it's very small, and I just did not know what to do with it, so I was going to put a fish tank, and it looks way too big, so I just stuck with 2 side tables and just added a bunch of clutter onto them. And then I just added a plant decor, like the wagon with the plants in it. I don't know what you call it in The Sims, but just added that in there. And yeah, and then just a few, and on the side of the tables I put the shoe racks, so as soon as your Sims come in, they can take their shoes off and leave it there so they don't dirty the house. But yeah, so like this space, I really did not know what to put or where to put it, so yeah, I just decided to go with the 2 desks. And then I was going to add curtains, and then I was like, oh, it's an open house, so I wanted to keep it that way from the outside. And then we also added 2 more carpets underneath the stairs, and made that blue, and then the main carpet is orange, just to stick with those colorful vibes. And then there's the plant wagon. I don't know what you want to call it, but we'll stick to the plant wagon for now. And then yeah, so now we're going to move on to the 2nd floor very shortly. So on the outside I added a jacuzzi and a braai area. So this is where your Sims have guests over and they just want to chill and have something to eat and talk crap to each other. So yeah, so it's very colorful as well. So I made the chairs purple, if I'm not mistaken, and then I added a seating area with an umbrella so your Sims don't get sunburnt. If you do get the island living, then as you know, we can get sunburnt now, so we have to be very careful. And I hope they have sunscreen in the Sims 4, because keeping my Sims inside on a daily basis is going to be a big problem. So I hope they really provided us with options in terms of putting sunscreen on and actually having your Sims play outside for like 3 hours straight, you know, without getting sunburned. So yeah, so now we're just finishing with the outside. I added in a few lights, and then yeah, just fiddling and moving things around just to make sure your Sims have space in the braai area. And yeah, so now we're moving on to the lounge upstairs. So this is more like a movie lounge, I would say. If your Sims have just finished partying outside and they just want to go inside and watch a movie, they can sit here on that windowed, I don't know what you call it, that L-shaped or that, I don't know, U-shaped couch. I did choose it because of the colors that it's got in it. So, and then I just put 2 little small chairs on the side if there's more than 2 Sims. So yeah, and then we've got the empty space at the back of the couch, and I decided to put a foosball table just to keep the party vibes going. And yeah, 2 picture frames and just filling up the spaces on the walls. And then we're going to move into the bedroom. So the bedroom is very yellow, and I just love that whole traditional vibes in terms of sticking with the whole island living aspect. So I don't know where the color schemes came to me, but if I think of a bedroom in an island space, it is basically one color and it's a very bright color. So I decided to go with yellow. And yeah, I think it looks really awesome and it goes with the color scheme of the house, I guess. But yeah, so now we're just adding in the foosball table and just some fencing by the stairs so your Sims don't fall down. I don't even know if that's possible. I don't think it is, but yeah, so there's a foosball table, and then I just put a little guitar just for your Sims to play some music. And now we're moving on to the bedroom. So the bedroom, as I mentioned, is very yellow, and then on the right hand side, we're going to do that as a wardrobe area, and then obviously the bathroom or the master bathroom for the master suite. I always like doing that, making sure that the main bedroom has a bathroom so that your Sims don't always have to go downstairs to the public bathroom. So yeah, well, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. There will be images and movements of each room in the build at the end of this video, so if you want to see those, then just keep on watching, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, evening, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.